Hello everybody. So for this installment, what we're going to do is give making charcoal a go. So basically, we're going to light a fire in a hole in the ground, and we're going to starve it then of oxygen once the fire gets up, and hopefully that'll turn the wood into charcoal, completely carbonize it. So what I've done, I've dug a hole just in the vegetable patch. It's around about a half a metre square, and that's where we're actually going to set our fire, and then we'll cover it over with some green branches, and then put the soil back onto it, and we'll probably have to leave it for a couple of days, just let it cook very slowly. So it's Wednesday afternoon, so probably looking about opening it again on, probably give it 48 hours, open it on Friday afternoon. So yeah, these are quite a common feature in archaeological excavations. They're quite commonly found. They don't leave too much of an imprint in the ground. You can see that if I get close here, I've just sort of hitting the top of the natural subsoil. Obviously I'm only making a very small one just to give this a go and see will it actually work, but in prehistoric times, medieval times and post-medieval times, these things could be quite massive. You know, you could have a pit meters big, producing quite a lot of charcoal. But it'd be interesting to see, A, does it work, and if it does work, how much charcoal we can actually produce from a small feature this size. And then what we might do is get the little forge out and give using our own charcoal a go and see can we forge maybe the little arrowhead or the little strike light. Okay, talk to you soon. So that's the first layer in now, and you can just see the flames are starting to rise through it. So we start off using quite small sticks, and we gradually get bigger and bigger and bigger as we go up through the layers. So what we'll do is we'll wait until this layer kind of burns, starts getting an ashy sort of appearance, and then we will cover it with another layer of slightly bigger offcuts of wood, and we'll do that. We build it up and up and up and up and up until we actually fill the little pit. So it'll take probably over the next couple of hours. We'll continue feeding this. Once we get to the top of the pit, we will use the green branches just to cover it, and then we'll throw the soil on it and we'll pack it down. Just that's really just to starve it of the oxygen. So hopefully we're going to be taking away the flame, and it'll just kind of cook, it'll kind of smolder in there. So we're getting near the stage now where we can start adding the next layer on. You can see I've just got some of the wood that we're going to try and convert to charcoal here. It's a mixture of wood. It's just whatever I had on hand, but you've got a little bit of elder in there, a bit of ash. What else have we got? There's a wee bit of silver birch in there as well. This stuff here. This is brilliant wood, you know, the kind of the papery skin on it. It's fantastic stuff. It actually burns at quite a high temperature, so it's going to be interesting to see what species really gives us the best charcoal, or if we get any from it at all, whether it just burns away. So I'll just add the next layer on, we'll keep her lit. So there she is, cooking away. It's producing a little bit more smoke than I would have liked. Seeing that I'm doing this in my back garden. Hopefully the chickens don't mind too much. But the wind's taking it up into the forest up there, so it shouldn't cause a problem to the neighbours, hopefully. So if we just go over and have a wee look. So there's another layer of wood into it. You can see the flames just starting to lick up there, so when it gets going well, I've got a layer of unsplit kind of roundwoods, and those look to be ash, and I'll stick them on the top and get back to you when that happens. Okay, we're nearly at the stage now where we can cover it in in the green branches, and then with the soil. And basically what that does is that it kind of it puts a stop to the flame and turns it more into an oven, and it'll cook the timber rather than burn it. You can see it might be a wee bit early actually, because the big timbers haven't really set fire yet, but sure, it's all in the name of science. It's only an experiment. So I'll cover it over now in the next 5 minutes and leave her cooking away there for the next couple of days and see how we get on. So that's us now. That's her all covered over, and you can probably just see smoke starting to come up through the soil. It'll continue to do this over the next couple of days, but the little mound here will need added to, so to speak, because what we don't want the flame breaking through the soil and oxygen getting back into the kiln. So we just have to keep a wee careful eye on it, and we'll have to patch this up a wee bit here and there. But that's the principle of it. We'll just see, does it work? So I'll keep you posted. I'll do another little update tomorrow, which is Thursday, and then maybe on Friday we'll open it and see have we been successful. So morning everybody. It is now Saturday morning, and so it's been 3 days since we covered over the little charcoal pit. I meant to do it yesterday evening, but just things got ahead of me and I didn't have time, so we left it for an extra 24 hours. I'm not sure if it's worked. I suppose we'll only know once we scrape back the soil and take away, you can see the remains of the wee green branches, take them away and actually see what's actually down there. So you remember when before we covered it up, we put big unsplit logs along the top. Now I don't know if they'll actually be carbonized. I doubt they will. We'll see how much charcoal we do get out of it. I have a couple of ideas about why it may not have worked this time, and sure, if it hasn't worked, we'll just do it again. Okay, talk to you soon. So as the soil off at 9, you see the green in the greenery. It's not hot, it's not warm to touch. You see kind of discoloration on some of the greenery, which is a good sign, and you can actually smell burning. So hopefully we would have got some sort of it. So I'll try and clean this up a wee bit, take away the greenery and show you the top layer. So it's pretty obvious the top layer is not carbonized. These just look like ordinary logs, so they haven't worked. You can probably see there is some scorching on the underside of the logs, but there is, if you look on the side, you know, there's potentially we've done all right, and potentially we'd be able to get some bits of charcoal. So I'll just start lifting. You see they're scorched, they haven't really set fire. Yeah, well, we can reuse them, so we can. Now, why do I think it hasn't worked? A number of reasons. The wood could have been quite damp, and so the majority of the heat went actually drying out the wood rather than combusting it. Or I could have covered it over too early, and I think that's actually more to the point of why it didn't work. I probably should have let the flames and the embers burn up or build up a lot more than what they did. That's starting to get it. You know, that's nearly, you know, it's not looking too bad there. It's still not completely carbonized, but you know, it's getting to the point where, you know, it could be. So I'll work my way through all this and put to the side, like, you know, unburnt stuff that we can reburn again. You know, see, that's what we're looking for there, that type of charcoal there. Maybe further on down, especially around here, we might be lucky. You can see the stuff down at the bottom of the kiln. It's turned out to be a lot more successful. You know, lovely charcoal. So that's worked. You know, we've got bits and pieces in there, but we do have an awful lot of kind of what we call burnt ends and bits that haven't really been touched by the fire at all. So, was this a success? It was, in a manner of speaking, success. We have produced charcoal. It's just we haven't produced it in a very efficient way. So I might give it another go and see can I make it a better result. At least turn all that into charcoal as well. I'll fish out the good bits from here and I'll show you what we got at the end. So that's the little charcoal pit emptied out, and this is our produce. This is what we got. Yeah, we made charcoal. You know, this is all carbonized wood. Some of it's a wee bit, what's called burnt ends. So quite, you know, it feels light, it feels crispy, but it's still got that kind of wood feeling to it. So that's not 100% carbonized, but you know, it's not worth redoing that little bit. I've got enough for to stick on the forge and give that a wee go. Anyway, judging by how much wastage we've got here, I'd say it's probably about 20% maybe of the initial wood that we turned into charcoal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset the kiln. I'm going to redo this stuff here. Okay. Oh, and there's Daisy the cat coming to see how we got on. Okay.